not to let you in, fall, or let you go. I'm giving it up for maybe.
Hey guys, I am so excited about today's video because this is going to be my first official ever project pan, and I've been waiting to do this for a couple months because I wanted to start it with the new year, and so I'm just really excited that the day has finally come. So let's get into it. So I've decided that my project pan for the year 2020 is going to be a rolling style 10 products project pan. So each month I will show you which ones I'm using, which ones I finished, my progress, and then roll in the new products for every one that I finished, and say my goals for every product. And the reason I chose to do this style of a project pan is because I know a lot of people do like the 20 in 2020 or like the 19 in 2019, and I just feel like if I do it like this, I can actually use more than 20 products. And my goal is to finish, I have like a tub of makeup that I'm like, you don't use this and you don't need this, so just use it up and get rid of it. And so that's my goal, is to go through that entire tub. It has some highlights, it has a really pretty bronzer contour from Tarte. It has a lot of perfume, a lot of lip products. So we're just going, there's no specific thing that we're doing. We're just having a good time. So I'm just gonna go through, show you each product, and then I will go back at the end and do all my goals for them, just because I have a lot of similar goals for a lot of similar products, or just products in general. So the first product is my Birds and Bees hand salve, which I got from Bed Bath & Beyond, I want to say 2 years ago. Sorry, I was taking the price tag off because I'd never done that. And it's just like this really nice hand salve for like dry hands. I can use it on my feet. My plan is just to use this up before the winter ends. So not necessarily by February, probably by March. I do have some more lotions. Not sure if I want to roll those in or I just want to use those up regardless. And obviously I will continue to use those on the rest of my body that isn't my hands and my feet and like my elbows. But that's what I'm using this for specifically. So I kind of told you my goal. I didn't mean to. Oops. This is my Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation with SPF 15, which is not enough SPF, but it's nice that they threw it in there. And it's in the shade Fairly Light to Neutral. I found out that I had 2 of these because I had this one, which is the older one, and I thought I'd used it up. And I got a new one. And apparently I hadn't used this one up. This one should not take very long to go through, but I do have 2 in the project, so I am being mindful of that. But yeah. The next thing is my Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. It smells great, it's lovely, I use it as a setting spray, but I just don't want to support Mario Badescu anymore. I don't like the lack of transparency within the company, and I don't necessarily agree with all the products that they use, the ingredients they use in their products, and so I just want to use this guy up, get it out of my life, and move on. The next thing is this Victoria's Secret's fragrance mist in the scent Heavenly. I got this so long ago, and I just want to use it up. Been using it as a room spray, been using it as a perfume. It has a really lovely scent, but it's definitely an artificial or synthetic fragrance, and I am allergic to those, just in terms of it makes me sneeze a lot, and so I have felt it when I've used it, but I still want to use it up. There's no one that I can give this to that I think would actually use it, and so to me it just makes more sense. So while I'm home, I'm definitely using it as a room spray and making everything smell lovely, and once I get back to school I'll probably have to start using it just as a perfume because it's a shared space, and so I can't just spray my perfume all over the place. But yeah, this next one is the CoverGirl Nature Luxe lip balm in 230, which is the coral shade. There is not much left. I got this from my sister. It's definitely been around for a couple of years. I really like the color. It's really pretty. It's not like sheer. It's what I'm wearing on my lips right now. It's not sheer, but it is, or it is sheer, but it's not like no pigment. And I like the little sparkles. I think it's a fun color, and the fact that it's a balm means it's really great for winter because I can just constantly be reapplying it and getting the actual hydration that I need, and it's not just like putting on a lip product for the color. Similar with this CoverGirl Lip Perfection Jumbo Gloss Balm, which is in the shade 205, which doesn't have an actual color name. This one has a lot more product than any other lip product in this project currently, but also the Nature Luxe CoverGirl one. And it's like a light pinky shade. It's also sparkly. Very pretty. I can swatch it for you. I don't know why I didn't swatch the last one. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. It's very sheer on the lips. It just has this really pretty just like sparkle that I really, really enjoy. The color itself is really pretty, and I have some other lip products that are this color, but I really like that this one is quite sheer and very easy to apply, and because it is a balm, I am getting the hydration from it, just like the last one. This is Vaseline. It's the Lip Vaseline Lip Therapy in Rosy Lips. I just want to use this. I have so many Vaselines, and I just don't support Unilever as a company, and so I just want it out of my life, and so I just want to use it up. It is tinted because it's rosy lips. I have many that are not tinted, so I just kind of wanted to start with the tinted one, get it out of the way, and then I can start using the non-tinted ones, especially in the summer, which is when I wear significantly less makeup. And then the next thing is this Stila Lips. I thought it had a thing on it. I think it did at one point. I don't know where it went. It had a plastic thing that said all the information about it. But this is a Stila Lips in the color Melon, which is E5. It's a lip glaze. I really like it. It's pretty sheer when you put it on. It just leaves like a really nice glossy lip gloss finish. I've put this on over like other like actual lipsticks in the last couple of like week or so, and I really liked that. But I do just want to get it out because I have so many of these, and I don't really use lip glosses, lip glazes. Maybe this will spark my love for them because I have enjoyed using this, but I have so many lip products, and I just want to use them all up. And then the next thing is this Glimmer Duo from Manna Kadar Beauty. I got this in a beauty package, like a natural, vegan, cruelty-free, no bad things makeup package that I used to get at least 2 years ago, and this was the first like highlight contour I ever had, and I just never used it up because I ended up wanting to try other things when I got more into makeup. But this is amazing. This is beautiful. This is what I'm wearing on my face right now. This highlight is gorgeous. I just repressed it. There's really not any left. And then the contour on the other side is also really pretty, but I just don't need very much contour right now because I'm pale because it's the winter. But I am going on vacation in the next couple of weeks, and so I should be outside in the sun more, and that should help me get a little bit of a darker complexion that I can really like then use my contour a lot more. So that should be good. And then the final thing is my Tarte Precision Longwear Liner. It's just a black eyeliner, liquid. It works, it's great. I just don't really wear wings very often. I don't do eyeliner very often. And yeah, so I just wanted to put this in the project because it's definitely over a year old, and I just wanted to get use out of it before it dried up. So yes, these are all of the items in my project right now for the introduction January month. Yeah. Okay, so my goals. Okay, so my goals. My goal for the eyeliner is just to do better wings, get better at drawing wings, really find some love in eyeliner, because maybe once I finish this I'll find that I do enjoy eyeliner and I can get some more. I know I have at least one more gel eyeliner in the list of products that I'm trying to use up this year, so hopefully this will give me some love for that, and even if I don't necessarily immediately roll that into the project, I do start using it. So yeah, that's my goal for that. My duo, I want to be done with the highlighter. I think I can be. There's really not that much left. And with the contour, I definitely want to get a good amount of it out. I'd love to finish it. I don't know if that's possible. It's a really blendable color. It really like dies down when you're like dealing with it. And for Christmas, I got sponges, and so those really help me blend it out more, which means I'll be using more product because it will be more blendable with some new sponges that the brushes just aren't able to do, in my opinion. So yeah, so definitely finish the highlighter as a goal. Use more contour. See where I'm at after contouring for the next couple weeks, contouring after I get a little bronzy in the sun. And I need to make my complexion on my face after I put on my foundation match. So yeah, that's my goal for that. My goal for my Victoria's Secret fragrance mist is to just use it every day, make it my signature scent, spray my room with it while I still have a room to spray. It might not even be available when I do my next update, just because I have to fly back across the country, and this is obviously more than the 3 fluid ounces? Is it 3 fluid ounces you get TSA? I don't know, but point being, my plan is to actually have my family ship me like the entire box of stuff that I want to use up, and then I will just put that in a cupboard in my dorm room, and so I might just put this back with those things. So I might miss a whole week, if not 2 weeks, of using this spray, and that would be really unfortunate, and so I do want to use as much as I can before I have to use that. And then maybe if I could get it, right now it's 8.4 fluid ounces with a little bit gone. So if I get it to the point that I think it's under the like 3 ounces regulations, then I'll try to take it on the plane with me, and hopefully they won't throw it out. But really no specific goal other than use it, and just see how much gets used when I use it like that, because I have not used it in forever, and so I don't really know how long it will take me. These 3 lip products I want to use up. This one, the Nature Luxe CoverGirl, I think I can use up. It's the color I'm wearing today. Oh, I forgot to mention, so with all of these, I'm logging how many uses it takes me to use them up starting today / tomorrow. But with like lip products and like perfume that I might be like, actually perfume, no. With like lip products that I might be reapplying throughout the day, I'm just counting like that one, that it's a day, I used it in that day, so I might end up using like 3 lip products throughout the day, because I might change up my lip product, and then this is just like my Vaseline that I use before bed and like when I wake up and stuff. And so all 3 of those will be counted for that day. The spray whenever I use it, the perfume whenever I use it, not each spray, but just like the flurry of sprays that are in use. These guys will be separate, especially since I know the highlight will be done before the end of the month and the contour will probably not be. But just every time I use it on my face, so not like every single time I use a brush in it and I get some more, but just like it as an overall face use counts as 1. The eyeliner, same thing. I'm not going to count every swatch I take, but I'm going to just say, okay, I used it on both eyes, that counts as 1. And then this, when I use it in my face, that'll be 1. And hand swab, I'll use it for 1 for each thing I do. So if I use it on my hands, that'll count as 1, and then I use it again on my feet, that'll count as 1. So I could do 2 a day, essentially. Anyway, I mean, I guess I could do more, but like, you get what I'm saying. Okay, so these guys I want to be completely done. This one, I know I'll have no trouble. This one, I also know I'll have no trouble. So the Vaseline and the Nature Luxe are going to be easy. The Stila Lip Glaze, I have such a small amount of product left, and it's one of those ones where you like click it. So I can't really like, I don't know how many clicks it's going to take, but I also just feel like it's not going to take that long. I have to click it like 5 clicks, basically every about 5 times I use the product, just because of how it like comes out. Or like 3 times I use it, and so I definitely get a good amount of clicks in for every day that I use it, and so I do think I can use it up. This one is the one I think that I'm not going to finish up just because of the sheer amount. I do want to lower it a good amount. I'm going to mark this on a piece of paper. I'm going to mark the ones that go out like this on a piece of paper, so this one and this one, so you can see the difference. But this one currently, I'm kind of going to try to use it as much as I can, get it down a little bit, so that when I make the mark in the paper, it's very obvious that I got a good amount like used, or not a good amount, but like an amount used. But I have no specific goals just because I'm trying to get rid of all the, or finish all the other 3, and so I don't want to like put too much effort on myself for every single lip product. Mario Badescu, I was gonna say half, but I've been using it the last couple days and I've been getting further, and so I kind of want this done. It is 2 fluid ounces, and so I'll have no issue taking this with me as I travel. And I just use it as a refreshing spray. I use it as a setting spray. I'll spray it in my hair. So I think that I could get this done. And that is my goal, is to get it done. The Tarte Amazonian Clay, I have no idea how much is in this because I always think like there's not very much left, but then every time I squeeze it, more comes out. So I just kind of want to keep working on that. This type of bottle is very confusing for me to figure out how much is actually left. Obviously, if I'd like started at the bottom and like twisted it, I would have been able to figure it out easier, but I just don't know. I'm gonna keep doing my whole face whenever I like use it, or use it as like my concealer, because right now I don't have a concealer because I finished my Tarte concealer. I think I'm getting a new one for Christmas, but I don't know because it has like the like shipping, like I don't know. I'm feeling this is a little bit early because I am traveling, like I said. So I don't really know. Like, there's certain things I know I'm getting for Christmas because I was already explicitly told I was getting them. But there are certain things I asked for that I wasn't explicitly told I was getting. So, I don't know about concealer. So I'm going to use this like a concealer, essentially. Also, just, like, trying to use it up as much as possible. And then this guy, I don't necessarily want to finish it. I kind of talked about that at the beginning. But I just want to use it. I kind of want to get more than half of it done. I think when I am here, visiting my family, because that'll be in like the snow, and then back at school, I'll be using this a lot. But if the short little respite I'm taking in the sun, I probably won't use this very much at all. Maybe on my feet. So I don't know. I think getting it half done is fair, and then I'll use so much of it in February that it'll back itself out. And yeah, those are all of my products in the rolling project pan, and so now we're gonna shift into my pan that palette introduction. Okay, so I struggled deciding which palette I was going to make my pan that palette. The 2 eyeshadow palettes I own are the e.l.f. Nude Rose Gold Rose Gold eyeshadow, and the Urban Decay Naked Cherry. And they each have pros and cons. This one I can use every day so easily. So many looks, so versatile in terms of like the color scheme. I can do so many like really easy everyday looks. And with this one, it's just a lot more creativity. It's a lot more fun. But it's very hard to do like a mellow look with an eyeshadow palette like this. And then this one is also older. And I do think that in the future, I am going to just pick whatever is my oldest palette, and that's what is going to be my pan that palette for the year. But this time, I decided to do a poll on Instagram and ask you guys which one you thought I should pan, and everyone said the Naked Cherry palette. So that's the one we're doing. I will zoom in so you can see the progress that I have right now. There are some Wells and like Turn On, Ambition, Young Love. The glitter shades are just a lot, or some dips, not some Wells. They're a lot softer. I use my finger to get them out, and so they are a lot easier to use than the matte shades. I've used a good amount of Hot Spot because that's my primer setter, and then Caution because that's usually how I do my base because it's essentially my skin tone and I really like having it match like that. But yeah, this is a like well-loved palette, but to be perfectly honest, with the amount of makeup that I've worn in the past, like, it's not that much. I would argue that my e.l.f. one has a little bit more love in certain shades because it has a lot more of those like nude ones that are everyday wear. So yeah, I mean, I think this palette is going to be incredibly fun doing fun looks. I'm going to try to use it as much as I can. My goal is not, because pan that palette can have so many different meanings, and so for me it means I want to finish this palette. I don't just want to hit pan in every shade, I want to finish every shade. Hopefully by the end of the year. My goal is to finish it by the end of the year. And if it happens sooner, I do have some plans for what may occur. But also, who knows how long this will take. My sister, who likes to do panning, not specific planned panning, but just like she likes to take an eyeshadow palette and just like finish it completely before she moves on to a new one. And she has worked on eyeshadows that are more like my e.l.f. one in terms of color scheme for a year and not finished them. And so something like this, where it's a lot more fun colors, I'm not going to be able to use a lot of these every day. Probably like Feels and Juicy are going to get used a lot because those are very good everyday colors. But I do hope that this really challenges me to play with my looks a lot more, to do a lot more fun. The look I'm wearing on my eyes today is it, obviously, but it's a very simple one. I'm using Juicy, Bing, and Privacy, and then I covered the lid with Young Love because I love that color. I think the things I'm going to hit pan first, prediction based, is Hotspot, Caution, and then all of the glitters. Probably Turn On and Young Love first, and then Bang Bang and Ambitious second, and then Drunk Dial last. And then with the other mattes, I just have no idea. I really don't. I've tried using Privacy as an eyeliner and as like a smoked out look in the past couple weeks, and I am getting some use out of that. I'm really trying to focus on this darker end from like Big to Privacy right now while it's winter and while I feel like I can do more of the darker looks, because then in the spring and in the summer I can really focus from Hotspot to Bing, and really do a lot of lighter looks in the spring, pinkies, in the summer almost nothing, and then once I go back into the fall I can finish the darker ones off without like having that much left to do, is kind of my plan of action. I do not know if I'm going to do an update every month just because I just don't know how much I'm going to finish. I really just, I don't. But I am keeping a track of every single shade in this palette. So my goal for this month is to use every shade at least 5 times. I know that it's not very many. That's very cautious, especially when there's ones like Hotspot and Cautious. Probably Juicy, that I'm going to be using basically every single time I do a look. But I want to make sure each one gets a little played with. I want to make sure that I'm working on each shade. But since I've never done a project like this, I do want to be not overestimating how much I can do. With these, I think I've made, with my like projects in my rolling pan, I think I've made very reasonable goals. Sometimes I watch project pans and the goal is like, I want to use this 3 times. And I'm like, well then why is it in a project pan? You should be able to use it 3 times regardless. And I know that if you have a really large collection, that might not be possible. But I don't know. For me, that's very possible. And so for these, I want to be more extreme. But with this, I just don't know. This is going to be my go-to eyeshadow palette. I'll probably use this for like every eyeshadow look. I might use this a couple times when I'm trying to be more professional, if I need to be more professional for something. And then I love using my Pacifica Radiance powders, one of the Rose Gold Shimmer highlight as like a single shadow, and I'll just do that and that'll be my look for the day. But I'm going to try to do this, so even if I do need to do a simple look, I can do a Juicy with a Bang Bang and that's simple. I can do a Feels with a Turn On and that's simple. So I'm going to really just try to get as much use out of this as possible, because once I use up shades in this, I can go into other ones, in like my e.l.f., in my Pacifica, in my single shadows. But I just, I have one other palette that I actually want to put into my rolling pan because it's a small palette. But yes, okay. And then my final thing that I just want to talk about before I end it, which is like why am I doing a project pan, and it's because I just have a lot of stuff that I want to get rid of, partly so that I can bring in new stuff that I feel like more supports what I'm about now as a person who does makeup, as a beauty consumer, as a beauty YouTuber. I just want to bring in more stuff. I also just have stuff that's been around forever, that it's not really about bringing in new hand salves. It's more about, I still have a hand salve that I got multiple years ago. I need to use it up. And with the eyeshadow palettes particularly, you'll see in my makeup inventory, which should be coming out within the next month, for sure, that I only want to have 2 eyeshadow palettes ever that are not panned, that I've not hit pan in like the most true sense of the words, and hitting pan in one shade, because I just feel like I'll become overwhelmed, and if I've hit pan in one shade, even if it is like Hotspot or Caution, then that means I've played around with that palette a lot. And so I do want to make sure that that is something that as I grow into more beauty stuff and I grow with YouTube and doing more creative stuff, that I'm getting my use out of my products and I'm still using them how I would previous to this. And so yeah, so that's one of the reasons I'm doing this project pan, is because I really do want to use up my products. I want to get the value out of my products, but I also want to bring in more products. You'll see in my indie brands that I want to support video that's coming out soon, that there's just so many makeup companies that I want to support. Yeah, so I'm going to be updating my rolling pan in a month, and my first pan, that palette, will also be updated in a month, and from then on I'll try to decide, is this worth it? Have I made enough of a change to be doing it every month or not? And thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below, are you doing a project pan? Because I definitely want to check it out if you are. How do you feel about my goals? Are they very lofty? Are they reasonable? Are they too easy? Because kind of I feel like some of them are too easy. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll see how much I use. But besides that, if you like this video, you should let me know down below, and if you want to stick around, you totally should, because updates are coming, new videos are coming every 3 days, and I would love for you to be here with me for them. Besides that, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye!
Lost. And weren't you too scared to spell? No matter the cost, you about whatever I say, I'm falling.